Now, going over to the Cultural Report podcast, you have Joy Reid saying that Trump, quote unquote, cheated to win the 2024 presidential election, and she continues to be the most ironically named person in history. Someone named Joy, who is literally joyless, is such a comical name I didn't even think it was real when I first heard of her. Almost as ridiculous as having a name like Topping. Oh wait, I partially digress. Now this comes to us thanks to Libs at TikTok, which she says, quote, Justin, Joy Reid is now claiming that Donald Trump and the Republicans cheated to win the 2024 presidential election. Sounds like election denial. I was told this is a threat to our democracy, which, yeah, the hypocrisy of the mainstream media and the leftists are never ending, really. And I apologize. I should have put a visual warning on the screen because now you have to see something that is debatably more visually repulsive than myself. Joy Reid, which is saying something, as well as her friend. Yeah, wait. What is it? Friend or daughter or cousin? Jacqueline Reid? Interesting. And of course, cliche, they are drinking wine.
They're even talking about like stealing an election.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's making me rethink whether I do believe like election machines can be hacked. Because I've always been like, you can't hack the election machines, but they're like convincing me, I don't know, maybe you can. I don't know.
I mean, to me, in this world, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
I'm
Now that-
still, I mean,
now
there
that
are
they
all
lost.
these conspiracy theories out there about Trump and whether or not they cheated. I know you say that they didn't, but I know you kind of have
Wait
to
a minute.
say
I
that.
didn't say they didn't. What I said is,
Oh.
there is a rational explanation for why Kamala Harris could have lost those swing states and Trump won them. There's a way you can get to those numbers with people staying home or only voting for Trump and not the rest of the ballot. I'm saying there's a history of that. However,
Oh,
I
no.
do. Yeah.
Let me hear it, because you
What
said
I will say is there was absolute voter suppression that took place, and I consider that cheating. If you
I do
think about
too.
the vote,
This is the biggest cliche Democrats have been using as a scapegoat for like a decade now. Voter suppression. Have you ever met anyone who said, I really wanted to vote, but I was stopped? I mean, I've yet to find this group of people where they go, oh yeah, we wanted to vote. We did all the legal things, but we were denied. We were suppressed. I mean, they've been talking about this for a decade, and they don't have anyone coming on screen, and they haven't found them. The closest they can get is some people. Actually, I don't even know if we have video of someone saying, I couldn't vote because I didn't have an ID, which, again, is a law in every sane state. Fascinating how Kamala only won in states that do not require voter ID. Fascinating coincidence, I'm sure. But, yeah, voter suppression. Jeez Louise.
voter law in your state of Georgia, that law is anti-voter. When you have bomb threats only in Fulton County, we don't know how many people stayed home out of fear because of the bomb threats in Fulton County. When you have Elon Musk waving around $1 million checks in order for people to vote for Trump.
Yeah.
Right. There's
that was for his super PAC and to pledge that you want America first and you're a fan and you're loyal to the Constitution. It wasn't an explicit promise that you're going to vote for Donald Trump. Also, no offense to Elon, I think he has a lot of great characteristics, but in terms of the grand scale of things, he doesn't spend as much as like George Soros or someone on the far left. What was it? Mark Zuckerberg put about $200 million into the 2020? Yeah, no, 2022 midterms, I believe. Or was it the last election? I mean, Elon spent a fair amount of money, but relative to the other side, no. Basically drops in the bucket. But it's okay when the rich people on their side do it. Mm-hmm.
So many things that were done that were nefarious, to put aside just the actual voter suppression in these anti-voter laws that kept people from registering, that messed up people's voter registration when they showed up and all of a sudden they're not on the rolls.
But that happens every year, right? That happens
every
all
election.
the time.
So yeah,
what
I
I'm
think
talking about are these conspiracy theories about Elon Musk, somehow using his tech connections, because I don't want to say genius because we know he's not.
Yeah, he ain't a genius.
But those relationships or whatever, because they just seem too confident. Genius because talking about that happens
every
all
election.
the time.
So yeah,
what
I
I'm
think
talking about are these conspiracy theories about Elon Musk, somehow using his tech connections, because I don't want to say genius because we know he's not.
Yeah, he ain't a genius.
But how dumb are they? The hubris. He's not a genius. The guy makes rockets for a living. He makes an EV car for a living. He literally made electric vehicles profitable for the first time in history. He overcome the most insurmountable thing on the planet is starting a car company. The last successful American car company in history prior to Tesla was Chrysler, which subsequently went bankrupt a couple times. That's one of the most mentally vacuous things I've heard from Joy Reid, which is saying that Elon Musk is a genius. Again, I don't agree with everything Elon Musk does or says, but there's no denying that he is one of the most intelligent individuals on the planet. He's literally a rocket scientist. Yet they say, oh no, he's not a genius. I mean, especially in contrast to Joy Reid, he's like an ultra genius. But I partially digress.
We know he's not.
Yeah, he ain't a genius.
But those relationships or whatever, because they just seem too confident. And I know, and I'm not saying it was the voting machines or whatever. It just doesn't add up to me with all the support that she had. And I know that for you, and because of what happened with Fox and because what you do professionally with the network, you can't say it was the machines or something like that. But if you think it was the machines, but you can't say, just don't say anything. See, this is what I'm saying.
I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is,
no, I know.
There are many ways to cheat in an election. And I don't ever put it past Republicans to cheat in elections because they've been busted too many times.
They have. Who do dead people always vote for? Like every time there's another case where someone goes, oh yeah, they died like 10 years ago. Who'd they vote for? Democrats? It's been that way for over a decade. It's done so often, it's a cliche. Who was the one that actually boarded up windows so you couldn't see what was going on during the 2020 election? But somehow, the most fascinating phenomenon is Joy Reid is still a profitable talent in terms of she gets paid to be on the television and on the air, and enough people tune in to actually make that a profitable thing. That still blows my mind. I can't help but wonder if it's like kind of like a car crash. Everyone wants to stop and look at it. Does everyone just watch Joy Reid just because of the sheer ineptitude she encapsulates? Which is coming for myself. Granted, I'm still working on my speaking skills. Lord knows I have a long way to go. Which is why I always tell people to subscribe to the channel, because when I first started, no one tuned in. I spoke way too fast, even faster than today. But as I slowly but surely gain more subscribers, been slowly but surely improving my speaking acumen. Low bar to begin with, yes, nevertheless. But that's why I always say click that subscribe button, because it'll make me a better speaker, I believe. Now, going to the comments, you got about 300,000 views and 13,000 likes. Well, the first comment comes from Gunther Eagleman, saying, quote, Joy Reid is now a race-baiting election denier, getting 917 likes, which used to get you banned on the YouTube and major social media platforms. Fascinating how they changed that right before the recent election. Cash Loren also says, Joy Reid is election denier and a threat to our democracy, getting 40 likes. Cool Christian Engineer says, quote, Joy Reid caught lying again, getting 18 likes. You have David Sullivan, pronounced prosecute Fauci, saying Joy Reid should come to the inauguration. Not going to get 14 likes. Let's see here. Anyone sticking up for Joy Reid? Official leftist translator, aka Tony, says, quote, the left have been denying election results for decades now. If the right does it, it's a criminal act. When the left does it, it's for defending democracy. You don't get the memo? Getting 17 likes, which, yep, that's what always happens in mainstream media. Wall Street Silver also says, why is she still in the air? Getting 45 likes. Sasquatch, he finally came out of the woods. I'm surprised he has good cell phone reception out there. Perhaps he uses Starlink. Now, Sasquatch has a meme of the pirates that says, I'm the captain now. And instead of the pirate's name, the DNC, says, look at me, I'm election denier now. Which, yeah, it's probably a terrible impression, but the attempt was made. Got 15 likes for that. Chief says, lock her up, getting 70 likes. Tom Tuttle has an AI-generated picture of Joy Reid in a clown costume. I think. Maybe it is real. The resemblance is uncanny. Drinking more wine, getting 18 likes. I also have Greg saying, imagine wearing a sweater with the word melanin on it while listening to everyone else is a race-obsessed racist. Getting 25 likes. What did your sweater say? I don't know what that means. Melanie? Yeah. Melanin? That must be perhaps a rapper or an author I don't know about yet. Also have Old School Eddie saying, quote, that one thrives off propaganda and hate. It's her bread and butter, getting 23 likes. Mary Lingo Ross says, Joyless Reid, really? And has a picture of Joy Reid with her wig on and says, Joy Reid, when you hate white people but love their hair, getting 18 likes, which, I mean, she really hates Donald Trump to her core, and yet she copies his hairstyle to it. I mean, to the T. It looks just like it. A couple more memes of the Tom Hanks movie where they says, I'm the captain now, but says I'm the election denier now. also have Highgates having the Jim from The Office meme, but it's so JD Vance. It says, it does sound familiar. Getting 16 likes. So, yeah, not too many people stick up for Joy Reid these days. Which, again, I kind of wonder, like, the view. Do most people watch it just to laugh at it, as opposed to genuinely, like, tune in? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Joy Reid is still profitable from a talent perspective? Do people actually tune in and watch her because they like her, or just because they find her funny? Not funny on purpose, but funny in terms of her ineptitudes and lack of intellect. Let me know in the comments, because, as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get at 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.